Welcome back to American Agenda. I'm Bob Sellers here with Heather Childers. Places across the U.S. are offering incentives in an effort to energize the nation's slowing vaccination rate and get Americans to roll up their sleeves. Some companies offering incentives such as the following: joints for jabs, where an organization in New York City is giving out hand-rolled marijuana joints after proof of vaccination. Krispy Kreme, one of the first companies to offer an incentive for vaccinations, giving away a free glazed donut. New Jersey breweries giving away free beers with proof of vaccination. And this offer, the movie theater offering free popcorn with proof of vaccine. Will this be enough to get all Americans vaccinated? And Ted, I'll start with you by asking, is the hand-rolled marijuana joint better than machine-rolled?
Are you asking me because I live in Colorado? Is that why you're asking?
I figured somebody who lived that close to Boulder could probably smell it.
It is legal here, but I have never partook. This is just crazy. If people don't want to get vaccinated, they're not going to get vaccinated because of these little incentives that they're trying to give out. I have had the virus. I had it over the Christmas break. I don't need to get the vaccine, and I'm not going to get the vaccine. I'm personally more afraid of the vaccine than I am of the virus, and I'm not going to get it. And I think that there's a lot of people that have legitimate health reasons why they're not going to get the vaccine. And I think all of these gimmicks are not going to get people in that direction if they don't want to be.
Yeah, Heather, I think the administration is scared to death that we're not going to get what's called herd immunity. And they're trying to pull out all the stops and getting a lot of, getting everybody that it's a movement to, go get it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I've gotten it, okay? But they do seem to be freaking out just a little bit at the pace at which it's slowing.
Right, yeah, 70% by what, July 1st? Is that what the new goal is?
Yes.
And yet it has. It's significantly slowed down. People not getting their second dose as they expected everyone would do. And then they also want to expand it now to children. And so I think that's how they think they're going to try to reach this goal that you're talking about and reach herd immunity.
Couldn't agree more, because I think that way, what's that? I don't know, is that a fifth of the population? Whatever it is, it's a very large number, and that allows you to get that taken care of. Melanie, what's your read on this?
Yeah, no amount of weed, Krispy Kreme donuts, none of that is getting me to take that vaccine either. I'm not a big, I need a little more research, a little more time to pass before I get the vaccine as well. But I'm trying to follow the logic on this as well. Like, get beer, we got donuts, and we got weed, all like some pretty unhealthy things that we're exchanging for a vaccine that's supposed to make you more healthy. Yeah. I can't really follow the logic on that.
Yeah, they're going to kill you slowly. Right. I guess that's the way it goes. Who haven't I talked to? I'm sorry, Hal?
Well, look, these companies, these are gimmicks for advertising. I mean, donuts, they're wanting to advertise, the beer company. I think, as was just said, look, if you want to look at the health problems with all of these products, the popcorn, the donuts, and the beer and the pot, they all cause more early deaths over the last 20 years than the coronavirus ever will. So from the health perspective, they're a disaster, but it's just a gimmick to get advertising. It's not going to increase people's propensity to get the virus vaccine. It's not going to do that. I think the people that are holding out right now about the vaccine, they want more information. They want to see how people react to it more long term, and these gimmicks are not going to change that.
Okay, I'm going to switch the topic here a little bit. Melanie, today there's supposed to be National Day of Prayer celebration at the Capitol. There wasn't. They were concerned over COVID, they say. What's your take on something like that? It's gone on for 70 years.
I'm calling buffoonery over COVID concerns. I believe that the Democrat Party is, and I'm just going to call it out, is an anti-God party, and that's why they didn't find it necessary to have a day of prayer. That is the biggest. That's a huge lack of faith move right there.
And why would they do that?
Why? Because of COVID.
There are plenty. Why would they do that? I mean, plenty of people who go to church are Democrats. I mean, there may be more Republicans that call themselves Christians, but it's not 100%. So why would they do that? And politically, it just seems like a stupid thing.
Politically, it is a stupid thing.
They're just stupid.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, that's absolutely what I'm saying.
Okay. Ted, what's your read on this? I don't know if you ever went to the prayer service.
I have not. I wish I would have when Trump was in there, because it was probably one of the biggest ones there is. I'm passionately pro-life, and I'm passionate about this issue. But I think that the Democrats have made a political calculation. Before Ronald Reagan, evangelical Christians voted 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And after a lot of evangelicals got involved in saying we've got to change the way our country's going from a moral perspective after Roe v. Wade and everything else, evangelical Christians started voting for Republicans 85% of the time. And so the Democrats are making that calculation that we're going to go after those people that are not Christians, and we're going to leave the Republicans to have the Christian base. And that's a calculation. They've taken the words God out of the Pledge of Allegiance when they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance. They took the God out of their party's agenda. I'm blanking out on what the word is. And they don't care. They are totally going the anti-God direction, and they could care less what the political consequences are.
And most people do have some kind of faith, Heather, regardless of whether they go to church.
Right. Yeah. They may not care about the political consequences, but look at the consequences as to what's happening to our country today.
Amen.
So I think we definitely need to fix it, turn it around, put God back in everything.
Hal, sorry I didn't get to you on this round. We'll get you next time. You'll be back, I'm sure, very soon. Thank you. Thank all of you for being here. Hal Lambert, Ted Harvey, Melanie, Collette, thank you very much. We'll be back with more of American Agenda after this.